But yeah, so I mean, Top Gun.
Top Gun Maverick.
I want to open with saying I'm sad I didn't get a chance to watch the OG like beforehand. Maybe I've seen like half of it at your house, but other than that, I've only seen it in theaters all the way through.
When we saw it back in 2013 in IMAX.
Yeah. And that was awesome. That was awesome.
We realized how gay that movie is.
Yeah.
Like,
we weren't even out of the theater before we were making jokes in the.
Yeah, no, it was during like when they were going back and forth and like giving me a hard on. And they were like, "What? Where did this line
were
come
you
from?"
making that realization too? Or?
Yeah, because I usually only watch that movie when it was on TV. You know, it was
so a lot of cutout.
Yeah, they either cut it out or just missed it. But most likely back in then they just cut it out.
Yeah. The football scene.
Thing of beauty.
Right when I like it, you anticipated it. So like they telegraphed it so well with like just him walking around the empty airfield like they're being gay.
We went to Applebee's and they had the menu and had like a questionnaire before the movie came out. And so I remember Ethan was looking at all the different questions, and then one of them said, "What sport are they going to be reenacting for the new movie?" And one of them said like football, and then he goes, "Is this a spoiler?" Like he got so mad, like finding out what sport.
I can't believe they would do that.
Yeah, it was before the movie came out. Right? Yeah,
and they spoiled the fact that the love interest in the movie was actually referenced by name from the original. When they reference like one admiral's daughter, that Maverick messed around with.
Yeah,
they mention her by name.
Yeah, Oingo Boingo's wife.
Oingo Boingo's wife. Oingo Boingo's wife.
Yeah.
She's Oingo Boingo's wife.
Correct.
She used to be married to Vision.
Did she?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Yeah, and we don't need to talk. I mean, it was like a huge Twitter thing, like how she kind of looks like a librarian now. She looks like a seasoned librarian at this point, and she's married to. Wait, why am I blanking on his name? From Oingo Boingo, scored all Tim Burton's and
Elfman.
Elfman, yeah, she's married to Elfman.
Wait. The current love interest from the new movie or the
original?
Oh,
the original. Sorry, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh wait,
sorry,
the blonde.
Yeah, the blonde from the original.
Oh really? The one that they're like blocking out during this one?
Yeah.
No, the first
they
time.
block her.
Tom Cruise's head just like cuts her off.
Yeah, it does.
They focus on Meg Ryan and Goose.
That's so funny. Wait, and I'm sorry. The love interest in this movie. What was her thing in the first movie?
In the first movie, they reference her briefly. Goose says something like, the Admiral's daughter, and like Penny so and so.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's referenced from all the way.
But she's not in.
She's not in the.
She's just referred to.
Clever.
Yeah.
I feel like it worked out perfectly to like redo her whole Tom Cruise's love interest.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, they were able to also cover up like Meg Ryan, like, oh, she passed away.
Yeah.
And her character passed away in this film. So they could just be like, oh, make sure Goose never flies. And it's like, I don't know, just like perfect the way they didn't have to put her back in.
Yeah.
They didn't want to, I guess. I support her being in it. But if they wanted to go that way, they did it pretty well.
When Val Kilmer looks better than.
Oh, yeah.
Because they made him look good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he looks svelte. It was a clever workaround they did and all that stuff. But yeah, and I heard someone say like, dude, he made his voice sound shittier than it actually does.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't heard much of Val Kilmer recently. Have you seen the doc that his son did?
I haven't seen the doc. No.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that, but yeah, apparently I heard like a couple comedians go like, yeah, he sounds way shittier than he actually does at this point.
Yeah. Might as well go all the way with it.
Yeah, I guess lean into it because then he can actually act.
Yeah.
So it gives him some dignity. He's not trying to try to clear it like I was a piece of shit for thinking it, but right when he did the real deathly like clear your throat, and I'm like, yeah, that probably didn't feel like a stretch for him. I can just imagine an assistant producer just going, can we can you get the flat? He's like, I got it.
They weren't even actually supposed to be recording at that point. He was actually just doing that on his own.
They just had, the mics were hot, and they were like, that's all right.
It was his la la la. Anyways, with all that terrible joking aside, seeing Val Kilmer pop up in this, like, just what a legend.
Yeah.
Screen presence he always has. Just him looking at Tom Cruise, you know, and pointing at
him and Hangman have that same vibe.
That same douchey, you know, I'm better than you vibe.
Yeah.
And they are.
Yeah.
The
they have the best hair, I feel like. They have like
still,
some frosted tips.
Still kept it fresh.
Still perfect. Still platinum.
And just his acting with just the screen.
Yeah.
Kind of like just that alone, like it was kind of shocking. Like I was expecting it to be kind of sad, which it was sad, but like it was the right sad. I didn't feel bad for Val Kilmer the person. I felt bad for Ice, and they of course cut the humor, or I mean cut the tension with the humor. I was like, that was perfect. Like like that was a weird moment in the theater too, because everyone was like, oh, like people were still going, oh, and then people laughed, but we're still going, oh. I was like, damn, I haven't felt that in a while. Like, but sorry. The best part for me during the football scene was the shots to the women in it. Like I was wondering, I was like, are we gonna sexualize the women too? They were literally in a shadow. When it cut to them, and I was like, that's hilarious. And then cut to Miles Taylor doing his fucking Harry Styles shimmy. Oh man. And the two gayest things I would say in the movie, after Tom Cruise sits out, just his sultry look as he sits down and watches his boys. Watches his boys. And then the sex scene. Why did that feel gayer than anything? How can you make hetero sex any like it was all, I mean, I don't want to make this sound bad because it was still great, but like the whole shimmery lens thing, I was like, am I watching The Room right now? It was like, I was standing in the way. I was expecting more Danger Zone drops.
I'm glad. I'm glad we got the one.
Yeah, they really came in guns a-blazing with the score, and then just cut straight into Danger Zone. I was like, that was
just a complete reenactment of the opening from the original.
Yeah, I thought the fighting scene sucked. No, obviously. So I mean, I hear all the stuff they're saying, like, oh, Tom Cruise, he did all the fly. Like, okay. Let's sit down for a second and really talk about it. He was definitely flying at the end in like the model plane.
Yeah, that's his plane.
He's for sure just cockpitting. Like just sit. I believe that he might have been up in the air for most if not all of it. Like most of it, it would look like, oh no, he is there. But flying.
Well, you know, I haven't watched any making of stuff yet.
Yeah, I need to.
We watched something where Tom said that the actor that plays Hangman, like
on TikTok.
They were saying he they did like a flight. They did like a flight academy, like on their iPads or something, so that they would be certified to. I don't know if it's just cockpitting or flying.
But yeah, I wonder if that's just for them to understand protocol.
Yeah.
To kind of so that they can kind of they can kind of act accordingly, not just reading off the script 9 o'clock like all
smoke in the air.
Yeah.
No, in the TikTok it said something like when Hangman the actor, he said he did something about doing his first cross country flight, and then Tom Cruise called him after to see like how it went, and he got certified, and another certification that the actor plays Hangman got as well, and like Tom Cruise was always checking in and calling him about when he got certified one after another. So I'm not sure the specifics on what the certification was, but it sounded like it was like an actual physical flight that he had to do. Like cross country sounds like a physical like non iPad thing.
So no, I bet most, if not all of them, have flown at this point. I'm sure maybe one or two shots, maybe they're like, all right, Tom, you can do the straights. And, and maybe even Hangman, like they let him do some of the fun. Yeah. But like, yeah, when it comes to just like some of the crazy maneuvers, it's like, We're like we got Blue Angels for a reason, or what are they called? Yeah, we got those guys for a reason. But dude, that downward spiral move with Rooster and Maverick during the training.
That's what's called a Cobra maneuver.
The Cobra maneuver. Oh yes. My god, dude, dude,
like I just
the negotiation of like what are we gonna do, dude? And I wanted to mention Tom Cruise's you know how Val Kilmer has his glasses acting. Yeah. Tom Cruise has jaw muscle acting.
Yes.
I remember noticing it like in one of the older Mission Impossibles. And it's become more prominent in like later life just because he has more skin up there.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny seeing it seeing like it's like nostrils flaring but it's got more mass to it, so it feels more intense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
the flight sequences. Back to the flight sequences.
Yeah, the flight sequences.
Because I've always thought that Top Gun, the original, though an action movie, I feel the parts that I return to that movie for are the more melodramatic elements. You know, the music video-esque, sequences of melodrama. The action scenes, they're serviceable in that movie. It's kind of cool. It's very chaotic. Cut together pretty quick. But the new movie just improves on the flight sequences, I think, immensely.
Yeah.
First of all, I mean, it spends basically a whole hour telling you exactly how these planes work and exactly the maneuvers that they're going to be flying in the climax. Which the climax, it's pretty beautiful because it's just the climax of Star Wars, the original Star Wars.
That's okay. Yeah. I immediately, right when I saw the diagram, I was like, okay,
Star Wars,
Death Star. Yeah, I got it.
Death Star run. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's just gone. Like, there's a lot of what you'd call, I guess, poor man's process with the original flight sequences, where it's just like in fake cockpits with a blue screen and close-ups. But yeah, just it makes all the difference, I think, having them actually in the cockpits, the actors. Like the sequence where they have to hit 10 Gs. Going upward.
Yeah.
And, you just see their eyes just bulging. And it's like, fuck. Like, you feel that.
Especially with the fade to the black of them.
Yeah.
I think that did a lot, knowing that, like, as a... we're all humans, to know that there's a point where we just, like, lose oxygen is a big fear. I feel like dying in water and losing oxygen is, like, one of the number one fears, I think. And just knowing that you can black out from not getting enough oxygen just really strokes the human heart.
Not just that, but just the speed that they're going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just crushing
their brain, their
lungs. One of the lines was your skull crushing your spine, and I felt that. I was
or
like,
you weigh 2,000 pounds or something.
Yeah. And also, like, going back on like the whole pass out like effect. That is the most. You guys have passed out, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like.
I haven't done it.
But that's exactly what it's like. It's like right when I was seeing it, I was like, "Yo, they."
The person who did that has blacked out several times to remember beat for beat what happened.
I just imagine a special effects guy, like a dork. They're like, "I've never passed out before." Like, "Oh, you never did the game when you were in like middle school?" And there's just some guy pushing on his chest, like. So do that.
A few times so you get it right. That. So you just know visually.
We got to hit the sweet spot. No brain damage, but he needs to know. He's got to know.
You don't get paid extra for this. This is just research.
I'll have to tell you about the trick off the air.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to put the trick on air.
No.
I gave half of it away already.
If the people that are listening know the trick.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to passing out while being in an airplane.
Yeah.
What else can we talk
about? I did like that. I don't know if I said it was interesting. We don't know who the villain was.
Just like in the original, they don't say
Really?
they don't say the Russians. They see a red star once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
is it like
they
is it
they
the
were
Turks?
very they were very reserved. Like even the star.
Yeah.
Like just given the situation right now, it's like let's just it's in the snow. There's your hint.
They're in Kyrgyzstan or something.
Yeah.
That's another great strength of the movie. I think is that it doesn't get too politicized in anything. It's a very simplistic vision of war.
Yeah.
It's just we're the good guys and we gotta stop the bad guys because only we can mine uranium or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Only we should be allowed to.
And they really hammed up the broness in the bar. The broness and all the bros, man.
Yeah.
Even the chicks are bros.
Yeah, exactly. How they introduce Hangman, where he's just getting the bullseye each time.
Yeah,
Even
just shows.
blind.
Yeah, it shows how professional. Just eat. I mean, it's not professional throw
He's
a
the
dart,
best.
but I mean, it's like he just got the credit. I have a question though. I feel like I asked you this question before, but so he said in the movie that he's in the Navy, so he's not in the Air Force. Right?
I think
so the Air Force
Yeah.
is more flying, but because they're on water, then that makes it more the Navy. I guess that part I didn't know.
I
No.
don't know.
I know it's okay. If you guys
I don't know if they
don't.
don't.
Okay, but he did say in the movie that
Yeah.
he is in the Navy,
Yeah.
but I guess I got confused because
So
of the...
maybe any of
flying.
our half zero listener that's listening to this, maybe they can chime in. Let us
Eric,
know.
Dustin, let us know.
Yeah, but I think you become a Navy pilot. Join the Navy, you become a pilot. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's okay.
But
One of
anyways,
those things.
Speaking on the military shit in this, so but
Mhm.
I know how good fucking military hardware looks. So
Yeah.
there's some Michael Bay levels of military hardware fetishism on
just
display.
some giant pin square, whatever you call those things with all the rectangles. It's just big, like rappers' clock chains, level of
like dog tags. Yeah.
But yeah, just like the amount of hardware, just like
Mhm.
like I get chills whenever they're like, oh, we gotta laser the target or something,
Yeah.
Or when they're in the control room and it gets that Tony Scott blue.
Oh yeah,
back
in the beginning.
Yeah.
When they're,
in the beginning and in the end.
Mhm.
Yeah, the climax when they're just in the control room.
I did thinking about the first scene. It was interesting to kind of show like the he went back in time, going back to Top Gun, because like even though like the ship that or the plane, it's a plane.
It's a plane.
I just watched Top Gun, guys. Thanks. But just like even the control room that looked nuts.
Yeah,
And then they
yeah.
go back to Top Gun and it's just the same old room.
Uh-huh.
It's just the same old command center that they
Yeah.
were in. It was, and then the whole rhetoric of the drones are gonna take over and all that. I kind of wish I bet one of the ideas for Top Gun was like, should we do the Paul Bunyan like drones versus like
Humans?
drones versus humans?
Paul Bunyan?
Paul Bunyan, that's the railroad guy.
Oh yeah.
He
The
challenged
axe.
he challenged the machine
Uh-huh.
and beat it, but he died.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's why
I
they
thought that
didn't
was-
go with that idea.
Yeah, I thought that was well. I mean, like I was like, they gotta kill Maverick, and then they gave you the fake out.
Yeah.
But I liked that fake out into bringing a whole another scene because like when the whole mission succeeded and all that happened, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like I liked it, but it was just like is that how we're gonna end it? And I was like, okay, cool, a little buddy. Little buddy caper kind of thing. I was like, that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They actually gave the arc wasn't finished.
No.
That was the main thing. They
Yeah.
needed to finish the arc because if not, it's literally just a never-ending cycle. Now Rooster's Maverick, and then he's gonna have his goose, and then he's gonna have his rooster, and then
And the chicken coop just doesn't stop
Yeah.
reproducing.
So what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, going back to that, because I for one think that Tom Cruise, at least in the past decade or so, he's become something of an auteur. He's become something of an auteur. Whether he realizes it or not,
Mhm.
but there's always some sort of auto critique of himself in his movies now, whether it has to deal with like like we will maybe later talk about his single dude energy movie Mission Impossible 2, which was his divorce from Nicole Kidman movie. Well,
the hottest ever Tom Cruise has ever been.
The hottest he's
personally.
ever been. Yeah, he's the hair is just magnificent. But anyways, in this movie,
that was emo hair.
Emo hair.
It was what was it, 2000s, early 2000s?
That movie was 2000, so that was before it became emo hair.
Yeah, so he was on the he had his finger on the pulse.
He has his finger on the pulse at the time. Yeah,
he created AFI.
He but yeah, in Top Gun Maverick, this is basically a movie about Tom Cruise trying to maintain a certain type of movie, like those opening scenes you see, he's maintaining that old P-51 Mustang, old World War II plane.
Yeah.
And then he proceeds to when he's doing his test flight run in the beginning, they're saying like, oh, this is it for us, Maverick, unless you do this, it's always him pushing himself to the limit,
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember him on the Mission Impossible set, that recording of him yelling at the crew members, over the COVID protocols, he's just got so much passion, he's just trying to keep this thing afloat. And it's just so satisfying every time in every Cruise movie whenever somebody tells him he can't do it. Yeah. He cannot do it.
I would say that's the plot of Tom Cruise movies.
It's
like, what if a guy told you can't do this? And then Tom Cruise
he just appears.
Tom Cruise just shows up with the movie the next day.
Yeah, even going back to Born on the 4th of July, that whole movie, a true story about how a guy cannot walk again. Mm-hmm. But goddamn, does that guy find out how to march into battle again?
Yeah.
Throughout the course of the movie. Yeah. I mean, that's the formula every time. But goddamn, that is a winning formula.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a movie that starts with Tom Cruise being the fastest man alive. I think you get a little 2001 Space Odyssey reference, when you look into his visor and you see the lights going by.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you said something interesting about it's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise travels back in time, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, he basically does. He crashes and then he's immediately sent back to Top Gun. Back to his glory days.
Yeah.
Even the quote, I think, really spoke a lot to the movies that he's made. They said something along the lines of, "Your kind is going extinct." And they said, "Not today."
Not today.
And I just feel like because of his I don't know if the word's method acting, how he is, but he's just so involved in his movies. And I feel like there is a layer of movies coming out now where, it's all robot operated.
It's not very personal.
Talking to tennis balls and
or even Marvel movies, how it's just they're not really taking the hit, their body isn't feeling their whole story just kind of doesn't feel like they're really being beaten down by life. And I really believe that in all of the Tom Cruise movies I've seen is that he's really feeling the character, and that's the whole thing. I think in that quote is that feeling of you're the main person in your life and you're going to undergo certain circumstances, and it's up to you to have thicker skin and push your boundaries. And personally, I just feel there's a lot of movies coming out now that don't have that element, where they just do remake after remake, and it's it's the same movie, it's the same thing that they're doing. But I believe Tom Cruise is kind of one of the last true people,
true action stars
who are willing to take a hit for the sake of how much they love acting. If acting isn't, how he said also in the film, by him being a fighter pilot, it's not what did he say? It's not what I am, it's who I am. And I feel like that's how he feels about, I'm just assuming, but that's how I feel how he is being an actor. It's not just he's just being an actor just for fun because he has nothing else to do. It's he loves it to the max, and he's what can I offer acting, not what acting could offer me. So I think that's a old perspective that is dying out.
Yeah.
Well, and that, just going through that reminds me of when they were making Endgame and stuff like that. They were saying they were holding the script from a lot of the actors because they were oh, we can't trust them with spoilers. It's well, sure, fine. You can't trust your actors That's a good idea. I mean, that first of all, that's a good work culture, guys. And two, like, yeah, like how are you supposed to expect them to get invested in it if they don't even know the lines they're gonna say like in the next week?
Yeah, in the next minute.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, like they're just getting fed lines, and it's just like, well, I don't know what this is gonna end up being. If you know what it's gonna end up being, you have the choice to believe in it, which Tom Cruise only goes into things that when he's making the choice.
Yeah.
And that's why it shows. That's why it shows in all of his results, as opposed to why we're getting a lot of vapid stuff now.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting. I mean, I could see Chalamet kind of exuding a little bit of that. I mean, I would love to think like Tom Holland could. But I mean, he's in the mix right now.
Yeah,
and he is the main sport. He's the reason that they don't.
Trust those fucking guys.
Yeah. Now we were just talking, or I don't know if we should go on the topic about it, but or we can talk about it a different time. But just about yesterday we were talking about Timothee Chalamet versus Tom Holland.
Oh yeah,
just like in Zendaya, like
in the Zendaya Olympics,
certain things Zendaya would do because what happened was side tangent note about next year are Oscars. And how Austin Butler and Timothee Chalamet are going to be in it. And you know how like the last Oscars you were saying how like if you were in Zendaya's position about like sitting right next to Timothee Chalamet, you were like, oh my gosh, well, like how amazing, right? And so I thought next year during the Oscars how she's going to be in between Timothee Chalamet and Austin Butler, like
and not Tom Holland.
And
Tom Holland is not going to.
My girlfriend's in there.
My girlfriend's there. She's doing really good movies.
And I'm still waiting for a Disney Plus series or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I was gonna bring it up, but you got ahead of me on it. Yeah, just the look. Like I can't remember I think they did a joke about Timothee Chalamet and Zendaya, and like Timothy, like a rock star, is just like leaned back in his chair and he just glances over at Zendaya, and I got a little goosed up, man. I was like, oh, wearing a jacket with no shirt.
I was saying next Oscars it's gonna be Timothee Chalamet and Austin Butler with no shirt.
He's gonna wear a dress. He's gonna.
They're both gonna wear dresses.
Austin Butler will be dressed as Elvis, and he'll win the Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's all he has to do.
That's all he has to do.
We haven't even seen it yet.
You know, he really needs to do a Ray Liotta thing. He really? That was what I was noticing in the Elvis preview. I was like, man, he could just do like if they want to reboot any Ray Liotta thing, just do
Goodfellas too.
Yeah. They should just reshoot the kid scenes with him.
Ma, what do you think?
Oh my god, that's brilliant. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what do you give Top Gun?
Top Gun, I mean, you know, I either give something a 0, a 1, a 3, or a 5. So, yeah. I mean, this is an amazing action film with a lot of heart.
Yeah.
A lot of cool, dangerous shit. And it feels like a real movie, you know? Like there's those. Okay, you said the love scene felt very gay, yeah. But what I did appreciate about the two, you know, the love scenes that we got were. Like, there's just moments where, like he whispers something into her ear. You don't hear what he says, you know?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but
yeah.
you know, you get the emotion.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's very lyrical in that way, you know? And, yeah, I just think it's a beautifully directed movie.
Also, Joseph Kosinski.
Yes.
And the,
I'll get it.
The pillow... Hands down, best pillow talking.
Yeah.
That was like that was a great little... That was great writing right there. Just that beat for beat, everything was just immaculate.
Dude, this is the third time seeing it. This time that part made me cry.
Yeah.
It made me start, but just like the regret that he has, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, what's cool, like what the best of legacy sequels can do is it shows you the passage of time. You know, it's been almost 40 years since the original Top Gun. You know, and. Yeah. And you know, seeing Val Kilmer and Tom on screen together again, you know.
It was funny every time they brought someone from the original, it's like, "Hey, you look like shit." I don't. That's weird.
I look amazing still. Look amazing.
Val Kilmer was the second best looking dude from the original.
Oh.
That's
tough, man.
That's
The boys went through it.
But it's just so weird, like, yeah, just the career trajectories that both of those guys went through. You know, like Tom started going high. He just got higher. He's still high. Where Val, he was just too much of a dick. You know, and he crashed and burned. Unfortunately,
he did the Brando.
He worked with Brando, and they did it to each other. They did Brando to each other. Pieces of shit. They would not go to. Yeah, they were in this movie called The Island of Dr. Moreau. Anyways, neither one of them would go to set because they'd be like, "No, not until he goes first. No, not until he goes first." Just being children.
Funny.
Yeah. But yeah, a 5 for me.
Yeah. I would say 4.5. Definitely. I would say the only thing, someone else pointed it out in a podcast I was listening to. Why does Tom Cruise not have enough money for the bill? He lives in a hangar.
Paying all that child support.
It's all man.
Was that really bad?
It's hung up. No, that's it.
I just read up on it saying like, oh, how often does he see Surrey? I don't know if we're talking about it. But anyways, pays for dental,
I was gonna say something about that.
Actually. Like everything that she needs and more. Yeah,
well,
pays a lot of money.
I wanted to say something about it because at the end, when Miles Teller and him are fixing up the plane, and he's doing the wrench, and he sees Amelia, Penny's daughter, and I was just thinking, that's about the same age as his own daughter, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, she's 16.
Oh, wow.
16 now.
And
she's always I just realized that character is depicted as pretty much a ghost in this whole movie. She just shows up in places.
I can't help Mom with the boat, and Tom Cruise is like, "Oh, I volunteer." Like, you're just there.
And then I love how when she's like, "Oh, how's your dad?" He's like, with his wife. It's like, "Oh, yes, get in there, Tom Cruise." She's giving you permission. But yeah, there's little things you see throughout Cruise's films where it's like, I don't think he knew that. I don't think he thought of his daughter when he was filming that scene. But I sure did.
Yeah.
And I think other people might too.
Yeah.
Well, we're also talking about the perspective of Surrey, of seeing like how often Tom Cruise movies are on billboards and everywhere, and then how like I was like, I wonder one day if she'll get curious and want to watch one of those things, then she'll watch Top Gun and like the Top Gun Maverick and be like, oh, like he gives her more attention than would ever give me. Yeah, basically.
Jeez. Yeah. Scientology.
Oh, but I would give it a 5 out of 5. It's my 4th time seeing it. I saw it with my dad and a few times before, and every time I watched it, because there's movies that do like you watch it and you're like, oh, it was great, but then when you rewatch it, you're like, oh, like the spoilers are all gone because you know everything how it's gonna end up. But then this one, every time I saw it, I felt like it was amazing, and especially the music, especially of the football scene. I remember you were saying, Ethan, that the nervous part for you is the song for the sport game going to be as good as the original?
Yeah,
like it's going to really show the bromance going on, and I thought it was perfect. Just the song.
The thing with this movie is, it's like I for one am a big Tony Scott fan, big fan of the original Top Gun. One of Tony's top 2 bests, I think.
Yeah.
This movie, like, is the 3rd time I've seen it. And I wrestle with each time, is this better than the original? Is this better than the original? And it maybe kind of sort of is.
I think a lot of it's like they just had to create a serviceable plot.
Yeah.
And then they're at the advantage of technology. Everything can go better there, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back on like the music and everything, dude, the audacity for the first big like dogfight scene or the practice scene to open with "Won't Get Fooled Again," but with the drum solo, like just ripping right into it. I was like, oh my god, I got jacked on that. I was like, yes.
and you know what? I'd forgotten in the first bar scene when it starts with David Bowie's "Let's Dance."
Oh yeah.
And like each time I was tapping my foot.
Yeah, all the needle drops were great on this.
Drops, yeah.
But what were some of the other another thing.
Bang the gong.
Bang, yeah. The how I said in the Val Kilmer scene, that we went from awe to laughing, but still awing.
Yeah.
The reverse of that was when he was going out the window.
Yes.
You were laughing, and then it was a little awe, and then back to laughing.
Yeah.
But I will say that I don't know if I liked that line.
What?
That just don't hurt. Like what was don't hurt her. I was kind of like. I felt a little forced for me. It was kind of just like
if
like
only
a ghost
because
that you said.
Ominous. Exactly.
Well, if she had like motioned her hand to his throat.
No, she should have just walked. She should have just like exited window left, but not walking. Just slide. Just glided.
Just giving that death stare. Oh man.
But yeah. And then. Freaking the Mission Impossible trailer.
Okay, so watching Top Gun Maverick again, I was thinking like maybe this is as far as his own auteur movies, Tom Cruise. If I'm going by the Tom Cruise auteur theory, where it's not Born on the 4th of July, where it's Oliver Stone's movie, or War of the Worlds, where it's Spielberg's movie. No, I think maybe Top Gun Maverick is his best movie. As far as an auteur movie for Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But I look at this new Mission Impossible that's coming out, and I think this is going to be his masterpiece.
Yeah. No, visually, with all the colors, like they're in a club, and then I was just like, whoa. And I got the Bad Boys 2 kind of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
It, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. There was like a weird green smoke. Little that was all.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was all nuts looking.
People just react to it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was.
I lost my train. So it's gonna be 2 parts.
Yes, so, and I think it's gonna be so in part 2 he can kill himself and we can watch it. Mark my words right here.
I think like during one of the fight scenes in Top Gun, I was actually just thinking about it. I was like, so what's gonna be the disclaimer when we all know that Tom Cruise is dead? But we're gonna watch this movie still.
It's gonna be the Jackass.
Warning. Tom Cruise does die in this. It's okay.
It's okay. Nobody got sued.
He insisted, and there's a lot of contracts written. It's okay.
He did it for your enjoyment.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus.
Yeah. And it'll be Nicole Kidman reading it.
The AMC intro.
It'll just be an extended part of the AMC intro.
Be with her and Katie Holmes together. Like they're gonna make an alliance.
Heartbreak feels really good in a place like this.
Oh man.
But yeah, no. I mean,
and then Bob is what's his name?
I
right?
don't know if you know the actor Bill Pullman. He's the president from Independence Day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, his son is Bob.
That's okay. Yeah.
Because I noticed like the second time we saw it, like he's got a little baby fat, and I was like, and then at the end it says like Lewis Pullman. I was like, is that Bill Pullman's kid? And sure enough,
it is. Yeah, he was the great dork. Fantastic
absolutely.
Dork.
Absolutely. And then he gets the big moment in the football scene.
He gets
they're carrying him off.
Yeah, they gave him the Rudy treatment.
Rudy. And he's wearing a shirt because he's the nerd.
Mm-hmm. He's the only one wearing a shirt. Fat guy wears a shirt. Nerd wears a shirt.
Yeah,
all that good stuff. Yeah.
Or Goose in the original in the volleyball scene, he wore the shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it should also be noted that Hangman is from Spy Kids 3D.
Oh yeah.
Just a note. Yeah.
What's his are you looking it up right now? What's his character name?
Well, give me a second.
Go for it.
Pull that up.
But
that Hangman though, very very. I was thinking when Hangman and I was telling her when Hangman and I was thinking like I just want to see these guys just kiss and get married.
Yeah.
Just get it over with.
I think they could conceive. I think God would will it.
I can't read it. It just says like long.
Another dude.
Long fingered.
What?
I don't know. Is that right?
Yeah, long fingered ...
Oh, yeah, that's right. He had that claw thing, didn't he?
I hadn't seen it in a while. So.
3D.
Yeah, he had the weird claw and Spy Kids 3D.
Good for him. I'm curious. Okay,
he's hot.
He's hot, but because of how much he talks about Tom Cruise, not even that much, but in my experience seeing him on TikTok, about how much he's kind of close to Tom Cruise, I don't know. My mind kind of goes towards like if he's gonna join Scientology or
Oh
something.
no, he for sure
but, like,
is.
My mind kind of
He for sure is.
Yeah.
It looks like it works.
Yeah, he sees the
be
results.
The next, so if like Tom Cruise can't, oh my gosh, if Tom Cruise can't, like if he dies on the last part 2, Mission Impossible,
Dead Reckoning Part 2.
He would
Dead.
say, my next role needs to be given to Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah, needs to follow up.
But it can't be. He can't be Ethan Hunt. We can't do a
like
James Bond thing. It's got to be.
Like a.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't.
Well,
yeah.
anyway.
007's cheap because it's just a title.
It's just a
so
title.
they get away with it.
That's the theory.
Yeah.
Well, 007. Yeah. Anyways.
Do they actually like address that? I mean, are all 007 movies just alternate universes, or is it expected to be that M just does not care about them? No,
so around that time, Die Another Day came out.
Jesus. What is that? He's in Scientology. He's in it. Sorry, we just got a sultry picture.
Of
just
Glenn.
broke us.
I don't know if you remember, but he was the guy in Dark Knight Rises who he's at the stock market and he's shoe shined and Bane slammed his head against the keyboard.
I do not remember that. Wow.
Yeah. He says there's no money you could steal here. Why are you people here? And then he hits his head.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyways. Back to what were we on?
I think we were talking about Stranger Things.
No,
we weren't.
There's nothing to talk about there. We're only what?
007.
007.
Yeah.
Okay, around the time Die Another Day came out, they were coming up with an idea that that James Bond would just be a code name. They wanted Sean Connery to cameo.
Mm-hmm.
They also, I think they had this idea for like Skyfall as well. Where at the end, when he comes to Skyfall at the end, the old man was originally supposed to be Sean Connery.
Oh, really?
What I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing was because there's been 4 or 5 different actors who played James Bond. James Bond is just a code name,
Yeah.
Which I entertain that. You have those little imaginative ideas.
I think it's futile.
Yeah.
Like if you. With that many movies, it's about as futile as it's actually more futile than the whole Disney theory that all the movies are connected.
Oh yeah.
That one's at least a little bit odd. They throw enough Easter eggs
and they throw
around.
The Easter eggs. Yeah. Where the 007 thing is.
It's just the next one.
It's just because it's the next one.
It's fine.
And it's fine. Yeah. So yeah. Moonraker happened, and Quantum of Solace happened as well, where he kills a guy by, hitting him in the femoral artery with a piece of glass,
Yeah.
He went to space later in his career. And fired laser guns.
Yeah, oh man. So do you think Tom Cruise will ever get to space?
I'm thinking in Dead Reckoning Part 2. Dude, that's got to be where they're going to launch him on a rocket and go to space. They have to.
I saw a rocket recently. I know it's like dumb to say, but legit, like literally a few days ago, I
saw a rocket. It was really cool.
I saw this rocket, and I was like, "Wow, like that's a rocket, right?" And then an airplane happened to be nearby, and my coworkers were like, "Alex, that's an airplane." I wasn't pointing to that.
Oh, I hate that.
Like, no, it's a rocket. I swear, it's not what.
Not that dot. The other dot.
But that was him shooting them. Whatever.
That's him shooting for Dead Reckoning 2.
It was a test flight.
Yeah.
Just like in the beginning of Top Gun.
Well, it was a drone that was taking it up first.
It was a drone
before he went on.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to imagine the pitch meeting to Elon Musk to go like, dude, the liability's way too high. We can't do it. He's like, well, what if I'm not coming back? Like, that's way worse. It is so much worse.
The press will be all
Twitter already hates me, Tom. I'm not going to kill the most loved Scientologist.
The king of Scientology. Yeah, he's the king of Scientology.
They will destroy him.
Yeah. But Tom Cruise can't die, so we're good.
Yeah, I don't think... he could try.
He could try.
Yeah, they'll upload him into what's his faces into Hangman.
And he's in what's his name? Hangman.
Glenn.
Glenn will be okay with it.
Yeah.
He's willing.
He's willing to do it.
He signed a waiver.
That's actually like the 100. I don't know if you guys ever watched that TV show. 300.
Oh,
And
yeah, I've never watched it, but I know of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's literally that concept of there's this planet that they go to. And I don't know if it's Earth or if it's a different planet, but I think it's Earth. But anyway, they end up finding these gods that are there, and they're human. But what it is that they basically do like self-sacrifice, like the people who they nominate, like the citizens, and then they basically put them. I don't even know if it's like a data chip or something. I'm sure it's like been thought of many times, but that was the first time on screen I was like, oh, an interesting concept of like reincarnation, and they're like, oh yeah, they want to be.
It's a reboot.
Yeah, they want to, so their mind gets taken over. There's a whole episode. Their minds get taken over by the host, and yeah, but that's what's gonna happen with Tom.
I just watched a movie where it was something like that where people it was The Infinite. It was that terrible movie.
The Mark Wahlberg, Jill Ledger
horrible film.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they did it poorly.
Just watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
He's almost done with Avatar.
Yeah.
You are?
I'm almost at the end of season 2.
Nice.
The best episode I watched was it was just a series of vignettes. Like it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get Aang. You get a story with Aang. It's like 3-4 minutes. You get a story with Sokka. The best one though was the one with Uncle.
Uncle.
Wait,
Uncle.
yes.
Yeah. No, that one that as a kid that one made me cry.
Yeah.
Like when he sings to his brother or to
his son.
His son. Yeah.
Yeah. He sings.
Oh man.
Yeah, and because in real life, that actor passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And he had known that he was dying, and he sang that, and you could hear him. Yeah. As he's singing, you could hear him start crying.
Yeah, dude.
That shit got me.
My favorite episode. I don't know. I feel like you've probably gotten to the Secret Tunnel episode. Where there's just it's almost like an offshoot episode that almost is like it just doesn't matter.
Wait, the Secret Tunnel.
Is it the encounter one?
Yeah.
And there's like diamond things in the tunnel to lead them the way out.
Yeah.
They have to turn off all their lights.
I just
watched this one.
Yeah, we did, and then like Aang and Katara have a moment. I'm thinking they have to kiss inside the tunnel for them to find their way out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I just liked it for the weirdos that let them to the secret tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Secret tunnel. It reminds me of the South Park movie, the Imagination
Land.
The yeah. This guy's definitely gonna rape us. But so you guys aren't caught up on Stranger Things yet?
No, we're on. We finished episode 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, literally been up on episode 2 for like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think I was asking Krista, and she said that like after the 4th one or something, or 3rd, but like it is a hard start. But like once you're into it, like it's fine. So I think we're almost there.
We're almost at the point where it's a good season.
They're all it's literally going through the awkward phase.
Yeah.
Like kind of which all of them are.
Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck is going on with Jonathan, dude? He looks like a skeevy heroin addict.
Yeah.
I know he's supposed
Finn,
to be
right?
Huh? No. Jonathan.
The brother.
The older brother.
Oh yeah.
He's actually dating.
He's always kind of looked like that.
Well,
but
I thought he always had like a cool lead singer Joy Division kind of look, to him like. Broody,
well, that's just what happens when you look like that for that many years.
Yeah,
you just look more like that.
It made me really sad. I'm not gonna lie. That plus the guy from the package that cuts his dick off with the long hair.
Yeah,
who does not seem like he's from the early 90s, let alone the mid 80s.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the clothing isn't really 80s accurate. I feel like it's like Madonna. Like if someone today
wasn't it 90s now? At that point? It's still 80s? Okay.
Yeah. I feel like if you were to dress up like 80s in today's time, people go straight to like the neon colors of like Madonna kind of esque. But that's not like everybody's taste in the 80s. Like not everyone dresses all neon-y. And what's his name? The guy who has his own band on the side in real life.
The black curly hair guy.
Yeah.
Finn.
Is it?
I think it's Finn. Yeah.
But he's the main
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Jackass.
Yeah, like during the roller skating scene, what he's wearing, it's like something totally bought from like a Nordstrom store.
Really?
Like I feel like it's not like, I don't know, that's just my personal way of like, yeah, no, I could buy that from somewhere.
Yeah.
Today.
See, he's always the one when I was watching, I was like, this kid already has a drug problem, I think.
I never thought about that.
Maybe not a drug problem, but he's got a habit. He's in a rock band. He's living the life.
Yeah.
Got long hair.
Yeah, the other.
Him and the skeevy guy, or what's his name? Jonathan.
Yeah,
him and Jonathan are like on the side. Like,
yeah.
They're hanging out in the trailers a lot.
Yeah.
I just find it so funny. I'm sorry, the main kid that got kidnapped in the first season.
Will. Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny. He's the most jacked out. Like he's got little boy muscles.
Really?
He's kind of thick. Like out of all of them.
No, not Will.
The crazy bowl cut, yeah.
Him. Sorry,
Yeah.
But I think what's his name's also getting jacked.
Lucas.
Yeah, he's looking good.
The black kid.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, and they played into that.
Yeah,
I think that's why I didn't notice. He's a jock.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, Will's still dressing like a dork.
Yeah.
I hate all the discourse that are like, oh, the Will's gay, and it's like,
okay, that's the vibe I was getting.
Yeah,
and
people are always like, I couldn't even, Twitter, you can't even tell what the controversy is actually about.
Yeah,
and like
it's all pew,
some
pew.
people
It's like
people
that
are
scene
mad.
in Top Gun where they're just shooting missiles at each.
Yeah. Dude, going back really quick.
Yeah.
The wide shot of them as the SAM missiles start shooting at them.
Yeah.
And they're all evading.
Yeah.
Like just that one light. It was like
shot.
2 second wide shot. I was like, Jesus, dude. That was like the end game level craziness. I was like, oh man, it doesn't even matter what I'm looking at. You could have showed like 3 of them get shot down and not give a shit about continuity, and I would have been like, that was sick.
That's also like, the technology versus human thing that we're talking about too, because that was just an automatic like, oh, there's a sensor going off, and so no one from the Russian fake Russian side,
the Reds,
the Reds,
hey, watch it,
emblem,
the Libyans, whatever,
the snow people.
What was
the stormtroopers? The snow stormtroopers.
Oh yeah,
they prefer Inuits, guys.
But yeah, it's
no, I'm not
technology.
cutting it out. Sorry.
Yeah,
I had to think about it.
Yeah,
it's total human versus the machine.
The machines, and then the humans won. Yeah, and then also I wanted to note too, after watching it maybe like the second or third time, the bonding day of the football scene I think benefited the most for Hangman because he's the one who came back after to save them, and I think in the beginning he wasn't a team player, like he wouldn't have done that, but I think thanks to that day it was more for him learning it's important to be there for your teammates even if they can't keep up in his opinion, but I think that is why he's like the main protagonist.
He's the MVP.
He's the MVP,
Well, I feel like it's not as common recently, the heel, as opposed to an antagonist, a heel, and the heel turn.
Yeah.
Like Mission Impossible, he kind of bait and switched you with Henry Cavill's character. You were thinking, you haven't seen?
She hasn't seen this one. This is a later Mission Impossible.
Oh man,
you'll forget. Don't worry.
Okay.
No, I do forget.
Okay, yeah, but like you expect Henry Cavill to have a heel turn almost because he is a part of it, but then turns out he's he's one of the main antagonists kind of thing, and we don't see that as much. I mean, actually, Doctor Strange, I suppose, she was a true antagonist. Scarlet Witch is a true antagonist in it, and it's just dealing with that. Oh, you know what else I watch, guys? Venom.
Venom 2?
Yeah.
Venom 2?
Have you seen Venom 2 yet?
No.
Yeah, I seen Venom 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched it all at work. That movie's 90 minutes.
Oh,
that's
good.
Got some balls on him, dude.
Which one?
The people who made Venom. Dude, some huge balls to go for some of the things they were going for. I just had to like there were a couple things in the beginning where I was like, all right, take the wheel. I gotta submit myself. I'm not gonna sit here and just go like, oh, this is stupid. Because obviously it's stupid. Like saying it's stupid is just redundant. It's almost as stupid as that is stupid.
Yes, this is accurate.
Yeah. But the whole Why I'm blanking on the villain's name.
Carnage. Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. It's fine.
He's just doing natural born. He's literally doing natural born killers. With superpowers.
I bet there's already like fan theories like he is the guy for this.
He is Mickey.
He is Mickey. Yeah.
What's funny is the cinematographer of Natural Born Killers. He's also done some Scorsese movies. Mm-hmm. Bob Richardson. He shot this movie, and this is the one thing. The one thing I would dock against it is it's a very murky, dingy looking movie. And they got one of the best guys out there shooting. Yeah. He shot Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. Yeah. And this movie looks like there's like sunglasses over it.
Yeah. I mean, there was this color. There was the same issue with the old one. Yeah. I mean, with the first one.
It didn't bother me as much. Maybe it's because the guy shooting it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was enjoying though some of the special effects. Like I do agree with you on that, but they definitely improved the special effects for this one coming around, and I think it was just cooler because Carnage is a cooler looking character. Yeah. All that stuff,
and he's a lot more distinct as far as an adversary goes. Because in the first one, it was basically Venom and Evil Venom, rather than Carnage being a red color.
Yeah, Yeah. And so it was just hard to understand.
It's completely incomprehensible.
But it was so funny when I was watching it with Krista, and when he leaves, when Venom leaves.
Yeah, when they break up.
They like Chris is like, wait, what? And I was like, it's a breakup movie, babe. I was like, this is awesome, dude.
Breakup movie.
Well, I don't know if this is the same thing, but like in Toy Story 4, is that considered like a breakup movie? Because Woody goes off.
I think Toy Story 3. 3 or 4. I think 3 more. Breaking up with Andy.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where Buzz and Woody, it's more of an understanding between friends. For sure, I think. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because Woody gets reunited with his great love. No, that Toy Story 3 is a lot more pessimistic than 4. 4 is a lot.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
3 is more. Someone said I saw someone tweet like. You mean Toy Story 3, the horror movie version?
It's literally a Holocaust movie.
Yeah.
It's a Holocaust movie. From the way that the Sunnyside gates are, it's like Dachau.
Yeah.
It's supposed to resemble that.
It's so wild. Well, like we talked about it before the pod, but like Toy Story 2, and I know I had like an allegory for like the Owl's Toy Barn and that whole character. Dude, that guy's stole from the mob.
Yeah.
I thought it was always just kind of like he like got away with it, like kind of like haggled her. Yeah. And then I forgot, like he just straight up steals.
Chaos.
Yeah.
He causes a distraction.
Yeah, no, that was even crazier than stealing too. Yeah. Like just kicking a skateboard through a place with kids in it. I was like, dude,
someone could have really gotten hurt.
Yeah, no, and it was also the same direction that she walked in, so I was like, you could have just healed her.
Doesn't she fall over or something? Or
I think she just hears a commotion. She's like, oh shit, like sorry. That was a quote. Oh fuck. But yeah, the whole idea of it dealing with Woody having, I guess, an identity crisis, but more so just the theme of someone feeling your self-worth, understanding your self-worth, and even like it is funny because they still deal with the breakup with Andy later, but there's a little bit of the lesson of like going like I know Andy's gonna love me, but even when he doesn't, it's like. You just gotta roll with the punches, baby. I can't just get myself down. Like, I'll be in a box. Ornaments. I could be dude. But then the scene where like the dream scene, where it's like I don't want to play with you anymore. Oh my god.
I forgot you're broke.
Yeah.
Even like Buzz. What's it called? I don't know if it's enough to talk about, but we saw the. Did you see the Lightyear movie?
Fuck.
No, did you watch? You guys watched it?
We got an early screening of it.
We were so
Wait,
lucky.
okay,
okay.
Spoil it for me, Zurg.
Okay, are you sure?
Just give it to me.
All right, so this was a point of contention for me.
Mm-hmm.
Zurg is old Buzz there's a time paradox.
It's the I am your father kind of thing.
He says when he unmasked himself, he says, "Dad," he says, "Try again."
I know.
All right.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay,
yeah, get it. All right.
So personally, I feel like when I first saw the movie, I wanted to be like all for it. Like I think I gave it like a higher rating after watching it because it was like a private screening and I just felt lucky to experience something. And I think visually it was amazing because it's a Pixar movie. It looks really awesome. And I love the cat. You know, the cat undeniably
the cat's the best part.
Yeah, the cat is the best part. I forgot what his name was, but
Socks the cat. He's a robot cat. You turn him on, and he immediately just starts going into his back. You rub his belly. He's a robot.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, he's super cute. But I feel like right when we like got back in the car, we immediately started critiquing it.
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly like how it started. We critiquing it. Just typical things as far as like the friend. I don't know if I want to get straight into the friend.
Should I get into this?
Yeah, I don't feel. Yeah.
I feel like okay. So it starts off. It says in the whole movie starts off says in 1995, a boy named Andy saw.
I think
he wanted a Buzz Lightyear.
I saw the title card. Yeah.
Yeah, because his favorite movie Buzz Lightyear. You know,
yeah.
This is that movie.
Mm.
And immediately, you're introduced to Buzz Lightyear in an adventure. And it's very meta, so I don't know if it'd be in 1995 a meta film like that, like, for kids at least. You know,
Andy would be a different kid.
Andy would be a much different kid. Yeah.
It'd be like, are they talking about me?
Yeah. to make matters even more woke.
Wait, no, that's just advertising. What you think is meta is just advertising.
It's advertising for itself.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, to get to it, the whole thing is that Buzz's best friend. He goes on a mission because they crash on a planet, and it's a very interstellar situation. He tries to make interstellar speed,
the
whatever.
Crystal. He tests basically like Top Gun. He's testing.
It's Top Gun, very much Top Gun Maverick.
It's like Star Wars, Top Gun, and I forget the other one, but I'm sure we'll get back. There's another one. Okay.
Yeah.
But so when he comes back, it's 4 years have passed. His best friend is a little older.
That's not even the blip.
Huh?
That's not even the blip. Get over it.
Well, he keeps going on missions, right? And
Yeah.
then they pull a Up thing, a movie I do not like, where it shows their relationship just basically pass by in a montage. Like he walks by, and then he sees she gets married to another woman.
Isn't she pregnant at one point?
And then she gets pregnant, and then they have a son, and then they have a granddaughter. And look, wokeness, whatever. I'm not here to debate about whether a movie should be woke or not.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is, a movie in 1995 would not be that meta and would not be that woke. There was no such thing as that back in 1995. You know.
Yeah, we still had Fred Durst and full bore, full bore Fred Durst.
And Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh yeah, we still got him. we almost lost him. He got Bell's palsy once.
Oh, God.
And apparently he still did shows. I can't even. I'm not even gonna try to do it.
Hey, I'm the Dice Man. Hey. Anyways. So yeah, it's a very visually stimulating looking movie. You know, it's got some good action scenes. I feel like the first 10 minutes, like, it was a little too meta, where it was just like, I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah, it was just hammering you with like, hey,
yeah.
you're here.
Yeah.
You remember all this stuff that brought you to this seat?
Yeah. Remember what led you to this?
Led you to this $15 purchase?
And but yeah, once they got to so the whole thing is that Emperor Zurg is Buzz from the future, you know.
Yeah, who's trying to go back in time to fix them even so they don't stay on the planet, because they purposely lost their crystal that allowed them to be able to go into space. So they crash on this planet that just has a lot of random like vine monster things that grab them all the time.
It's not really defined.
It's not really
the threat
defined.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an imminent threat.
Yeah. They gotta get off this planet.
Yeah. So then every time he goes into that like hyperspace or whatever, testing a new crystal, because like scientists or whatever that are his people like try to get off the planet, and then finally he just gets to a point where his best friend who's in charge of like basically trying to get off the planet, she
gets married.
I was gonna say she dies.
Yeah, she dies.
She dies. So the person who takes her place, he calls off saying like, "Oh, we are staying on this planet forever, so stop trying." Like Tom Cruise, like we're ending.
Same sort of stakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Iceman died. It's over.
Iceman died.
we're firing you.
Oh my god.
And then Buzz has to deal with Iceman's kid.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
grandchild.
Grandchild. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's the same story.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy that it was a free event, but I think that if we did have to pay $15 for that, we could have waited for Disney Plus. And even if then, I could imagine if I did see it in Disney Plus, I would be pausing it consistently and taking a long time to finish it.
Yeah.
Like what's that other movie? The Into the sorry, no disrespect to Into the Spider-Verse.
Absolutely not.
That's amazing. Perfection.
You turn off your phone.
The multiverse, or has the word verse, the Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange movie.
Multiverse of Madness.
That one. I feel like it's similar if I were to watch. Like, we didn't even see that movie in theaters, so you tried watching it, and then you had to pause it 10 minutes, or you fell asleep 10 minutes into that movie, and I feel like.
Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get into that.
Yeah.
I feel like Lightyear. I feel the same way as like Doctor Strange. I would just end up watching it like on Disney Plus app, but then I'd probably pause it and not end up finishing it probably. I don't know.
So basically what we're saying is we saw it in theaters. You'll see it on Disney Plus in about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it gave people jobs. I support that.
Yeah.
I support they didn't give any layoffs. Apparently Netflix laid off like their second round of 300 employees.
That's right. Dude, that's
crazy.
I
saw that on LinkedIn, and oh man, that sucks.
Well, they don't need it. I'm subscribed. They don't need them anymore.
Well, they said, dude... I'm not gonna get into it. I read too much.
It's so interesting that their current, like, just going off on the Netflix thing, they laid off a bunch of people and then they threw this crazy comedy festival.
That's right.
And like I think it was Dave Chappelle like had the joke about it, maybe that would also did it with Dave Chappelle, like really doubling down with him. Which I'm sure, great, fine. I like Dave Chappelle. I just didn't like his last thing. But I think he made the joke of like, what a great way to celebrate laying off a third of your staff. It was like, damn, dude. Yeah. But they're coming out with all these like variety like specials where it's like Pete Davidson is the host, and then he brings on 4 comics that he's like are of his genre, I guess is the best way to put it. And like they've done, I think there's like 4 of these, and Letterman's just doing his show again. Yeah, that show is great. You watched it too?
Not all of it, but just some. Yeah.
You need to watch the Robin Tran episode.
Oh, okay.
I watched her. She was at the open mics I was at, and like obviously completely different level. She was. I think she was already getting paid at that point, just coming to get some time in, and I got to hear some of the jokes that are on the Letterman set, and I was like, damn, dude, that's crazy. Like, and they were way tighter. Like, I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. What's up, fool?
Hey.
Get out.
I know,
Mom, get out. I'm recording. But like, it's just interesting that they're coming out with all this stuff. And I wonder if they're trying to make a pivot to be like, we're going to be the comedy. Like, because the Netflix special for comedians kind of became the big goal. It's the new sitcom kind of thing for people, but they're already realizing it's not. Like,
but also documentaries, I feel like.
Yeah,
like they're going the
documentaries too.
The comedies and the documentaries, just more like real life. Things to make people realize they're not as bad in their life if you're watching someone else and be like, well, at least I'm not going through that. Like, I feel like it's supposed to make you feel a little better, but I don't know.
I think they got a little taste from reality shows.
Oh yeah.
They're starting to do more of those. Like, did you guys ever watch Love is Blind?
Well, I was say Too Hot to Handle.
Too Hot to Handle also, yeah. Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
And then you have like Selling Sunset now. That's also a big a big thing.
Was Love on the Spectrum, is that Netflix or is
that's Netflix.
that is Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Have you guys watched any of that?
No, my mom talks about it a lot.
It is a really nice show.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
My stepbrother is autistic, and so I don't know if he started watching that show first or my stepdad, but yeah, no, they like really advocate for that one. They said it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really sincere and everything. Yeah. It's just like I've heard some people's critiques, like another comedian that has worked on documentary shows. They're like, he likes the show, but he goes, they do lead them a little bit sometimes, though, like to play into
more content,
not like trigger them in any way, but like kind of just to get them to come up with the funny answer, which would maybe not always in the best taste, but I mean. The whole show kind of has the air of like, okay, but everyone's in it for the right reasons. It doesn't seem expletive at all, like, and yeah, it's just a fun show. It's the exact opposite of Too Hot to Handle, to put it plainly.
It's not too hot to handle.
Yeah,
it's cold to the touch.
What's the Love Island?
I haven't seen that.
I think that's mostly on Hulu, but yeah, that one's also terrible. I think it's Chris is the expert. She'll have to explain the difference between Too Hot to Handle rules and Love Island. But I'm trying to think of what else I've watched recently. Yeah, Jackass 4.5 is great.
Yeah.
The
supplements are great.
I saw Poopies he did Steve-O's podcast, and they were talking about like the outtakes. This was before 4.5 came out, or even the DVD, and he's like, he was talking, he's like, dude, I'm so pissed, like I really want one of my sketches or my bits to be in it. It's the I'll Show Me, where he takes a sledgehammer and he's standing on like a step stool.
Oh,
he's like, I'll show me, and he just hits the bottom of it was just the
right. Didn't he slam his face in the
ground? Oh yeah, he's like, my teeth hurt, dude. Oh. But like it was just it reminded me like the CKY days, kind of stupidity of everything. It really just encapsulated all that, the old stuff. But yeah, did you have any did you see 4.5 yet?
Yeah. I actually watched it at work.
Okay. Yeah. Any highlights?
Definitely the Dark Shark.
Oh yeah, Dark Shark skydiving.
Yeah, where he's just completely, because he's terrified of birds, and so when they bring him up into the airplane, like he's just completely frozen, paralyzed with fear. Like we're the kind where you just can't like even turn your head.
Yeah, you're just holding. Yeah, you're just holding on.
And they have the co-pilot. They have the pilot. Yeah, fire starts. They have the pilot try to extinguish it, and then he bails out. He's like, no, I can't. He's like, I can't do it. You guys are on your own.
Yeah.
Well, and Dark Shark's just like,
well, in the interview, Dark Shark even goes like I was so scared it didn't even matter. I was already at a 10. Like, he was already just completely scared, so that didn't even matter. He already thought he was gonna die.
Yeah. Wait, I remember your mom said something when we saw 4. The whole spider scene where they're going back and forth and he's scared of the spiders, and then after the whole movie ended, and then your mom goes, I don't think they were rough enough on him in prison because he can't even handle. And I just thought it was an amazing thing.
Yeah.
She has amazing one-liners, and then it's like, yeah, what's your favorite? And she's all Dark Shark, but they needed to be more rough in prison.
Yeah. I get why you wouldn't be that rough with that dude. I don't know, I get
it. Yeah, that dude got shot in the face.
Dude, that's nuts.
Oh. Yeah, they even show like
I think it was 4.5 they talked about it. More so.
Oh, okay.
They showed like an old video, and like they were on a plane to Hawaii, and
and you just crying.
See the scar more visible because it was older.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the bowling ball Danger Aaron.
Fuck.
The one that didn't make it.
Yeah.
That I didn't when it was set up. I was like, okay, like another one. I guess this one just wasn't as good, but the sound.
It was like a crunch.
Oh my god!
It was worse than the boxer. You know,
it was probably it sounded as bad.
And it was also, I would say, it was shot a little bit. The scenery for it was much better, but I think it was just too gruesome. It was just like, that's why they didn't put it in. every other time like he's going like, oh, like, but you see in the bowling ball one, you see visceral agony. Like he looks like he's immediately crying. Like immediately like oh my god.
Did they ever go into like, or probably not, but did they ever go into how far apart he shot those
I think they were. I think
they were pretty close together.
Yeah, I think they did because he was like bruised up from the softball when they did the like the pogo stick and all that shit. Yeah.
That is insane.
Oh, dude, and no, the craziest part was he didn't even have the worst dick injury.
Oh yeah, it was
Dave England.
Dave England, yeah.
Dave England.
He's
the guy who did the pogo stick on him.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite shot of the whole movie was the close up on Dave's face after he pogo sticks him. Just the like, what I do to my friend. What I do to my friend. But they did like a thing where they dropped weights that were tied to the like their balls and penis, and 2 of the strings were shorter, so 2 out of the 4 people were gonna get yanked, and the funniest part of the bit was you could completely tell, like where Steve-O pointed out, I think in his podcast, like you completely easily tell that Dave and Steve-O's string were shorter, so it was just like, this is dumb. And but the thing was, Dave England had 1 ball, so it didn't have there wasn't the surface area to keep the string from sliding down. It slid down to his shaft and tightened, and like just sliced him good.
So do you think? I feel bad because I haven't seen it, so it might be obvious. But do you think that was like planned, that someone was gonna get injured very bad from it? Because if you're explaining it sounds like it makes sense. Like, oh, he would get more injured.
Was Tremaine like give a couple of them a shorter rope?
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, that was the point of it. They're all gonna drop together, and two of them are gonna get yanked. The other 2
they potentially fall off.
No, they weren't even gonna. It wasn't heavy enough to fall off. It was like probably like 2 pounds, but still, dude, 2 pounds like 10 or 15 feet.
Yeah.
Like they were on like a little ledge. And so it was planned, and you could easily tell whose it was. They were like, they even said like, I wonder whose it is, and then they giggled. But yeah, that just sucks that he had 1 ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't he say it felt like it pulled it apart like 12 inches or something?
Yeah, he's like it pulled his dick a whole foot.
Oh god,
like, dude.
We watched
Lady Bird.
Lady Bird.
Oh, you guys watched Lady Bird?
That was fucking great.
I watched some of. I think Krista threw it on once. I watched some of it.
Yeah, I thought it was really great.
Really?
Yeah, we wanted to watch more Timothee Chalamet because we were just we went on a super binge, or how do you say it?
We went on a rabbit hole of Timothee Chalamet. Yeah.
I forget. We started talking about Austin Butler and Elvis.
Zendaya,
and then he was like, "Oh, he's gonna be in Dune
Austin
2.
Butler's gonna be in Dune Part 2."
And then we went into Timothee Chalamet with what's her name?
Oh yeah, with Ambulance's Asa Gonzalez. Yeah, they were, because somebody showed me a picture of him. He was boning down some girl in a jacuzzi in Mexico over the pandemic. And it turns out it was her. Yeah, because I looked it up and I was like, wait, it's Asa Gonzalez, what?
Yeah.
and then you can see his boner in the photo.
Yeah, you should show him.
Yeah, show me.
No, I
mean, it's just like, I mean, I don't want, if you, yeah, show me. I don't want to see that bad, but.
No, it's a
show me.
It's an iconic photo. That's gonna definitely break a record somewhere. But then we started talking about Timothee Chalamet, and then we're like, oh, I said I've seen him in Lady Bird, and I remember it was on Netflix or something.
Yeah, it was for a little bit.
Yeah, but then we looked it up and it wasn't. But then it turns out it was on Spectrum, so we put it on, and literally that movie is so similar to Ethan's life.
Yeah, I related to a lot.
No,
in that
it was
movie.
so similar.
The mom is a psychiatric nurse. My mom was a psych nurse for years. It's her senior year. Her dad gets laid off.
Jesus Christ, dude.
But he takes it a lot better than shit. What else? I don't know. Just the way they talk.
Oh yeah.
It just felt like an encapsulation of millennials. In the beginning, she states like, 2002, like, what's the most interesting thing that happened is that it's a palindrome, 2002 backwards, forwards. And I didn't really you see like a remember 9/11 thing over there, and it's like it started like kind of putting me back in that innocent mindset we all felt after 9/11, and just the whole movie is just like about like just like the aimless existence that we all face right now.
Yeah, especially from the ages of like, I don't know for sure the specific age, but from like 17 to like 19 age of like trying to like the things that your parents teach you and instill in you. Like from my own experience, like I get a lot of lectures from my dad about respecting people who are older than me that have lived more life. Like I can't even tell you how many conversations my dad has like made it into a scolding where like I don't know how it even got brought up. It just he ended up being the only one talking for an hour.
It's a dad thing.
Yeah, it's a dad thing. But then like but then what's interesting at the ending of that movie is that she goes back to wanting to be called by the name of what her parents gave her, Christine. And she ends up going to a church like seeing people like sing. Yeah, because
she's in Catholic school the whole movie. That was another thing I got a kick out of. That she's Catholic does not factor into her personality whatsoever, even though she attends Catholic school every day. And then like you were saying at the end.
Yeah, just knowing that like during the ages of and especially the thing that impacted us the most we were talking about is she does like this little voiceover monologue where she's like, "Hey mom, just when you first drove in Sacramento, did you feel like you saw the world differently driving on your own for the first time?" And I felt like it was such an adult realization of, your whole life your parents are always driving you to your like sports things and to school and your friend's house, everything. But then once you get your own license and you're just driving by yourself, not realizing you have full control over like when you get to come home and where you get to go. And it's such an empowering coming of age story of just being like, I really can start making my own decisions and all I have to offer the world right now is what my parents have taught me. So like what can I absorb now? But every time you come into like a new thing as an adult, like, you meet different people with different values that you've like never come across. You go back to what your parents taught you because that's your comfort zone. And that's okay. And at the same time, as well as taking in new opportunities and learning new things. So I don't know, just as an adult, I felt like we're right after that age of like, we're not like in our 40s yet. We're still experiencing life, like new things all the time. So I felt like we could still relate to that.
It was very nostalgic, and it was very nostalgic. Oh, just I watched Too Old to Die Young with Miles Teller as well, which if you're into fucked up shit, you should watch. It's very very colorful, very fucked up. Just the downslide that America has gone through the past few years. That's all there, which caused me to watch The Pusher. I'm starting to watch the Pusher movies, Nicholas Winding Refn's first movie, and really good stuff. But yeah, I'm about to show you a Timothee Chalamet's boner. So let's see.
Oh, and by the way, the next one, wait, I don't want to see it yet. But, I want to prepare myself. But before the next one we do, if it's not for, I don't know what else we're gonna see next.
Yeah.
But we need to go try to see I don't know when the Barbarian movie comes out. The one by the Whitest Kids You Know guy, Zach Krager.
Yeah.
I definitely, that one looks crazy. Like Skarsgård too. Like
wait, which one?
The Barbarian.
Oh
Skarsgård. He's like the.
Oh yeah, Bill Skarsgård. That's right. I thought you were talking about his dad for a second.
Oh no, but yeah, he like that. That looks really good. And then 4th of July, we gotta watch. It just looks like a fun little like drama comedy.
Wait, which one?
4th of July, the Louis C.K. one.
That's right.
Yeah. It's funny. I feel like all the movies that are like that now, they're like the really cheesy, like somehow a Lifetime movie got into a movie trailer, like level. But then this one seems really sweet and dumb.
Okay.
But yeah. So
I'm excited for the Barbie movie.
Now show me.
Oh yeah. Greta Gerwig from Lady Bird's.
When does
Greta
that come
Gerwig.
out?
That next year, I think.
Next year. They're like filming it.
They're filming it. Yeah.
Wait, sorry. Can I see the
the
Timothy? The Timothiness.
Timothy's Chalamet.
I was gonna say Timothy's Tim. His little Tim.
Of course. His
skinny
little
dude has a fucking hog. Of course.
I know.
Oh, and then
I know.
His butt.
Oh, nice. Nice.
In Mexico.
And that's who again? Sorry, the girl.
That's Asa Gonzalez from Ambulance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, nice. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Good for him.
God damn it, man.
That's just
And it's in orange shorts. That's
yeah.
I feel like he
caution.
Those
it's like
kinda,
a caution cone.
Yeah, it's a cone.
Like him, Austin Butler, Harry Styles. Like, are they the only people that can relate to each other? Like, I don't.
They're on another level.
Like nobody else. Like
sex symbols.
Now the only thing is that Timothee Chalamet has to sing because Harry Styles and Austin Butler can now sing and act.
Yeah.
In our own
I don't think he needs to.
He doesn't need to.
I think he can play cool, and I think he just play the coolest dude ever.
You know, it's the new. I don't want to say the word.
The Pussy Posse.
Yeah, it's the new one. It's this generation.
Leo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire's Pussy Posse.
I didn't want to say it.
Leo's still gonna be in it for some reason.
He's the chancellor. He's the chancellor.
Yes. He resolves all the issues if there's any.
And he whips them with Star Wars lightsabers.
And you know it's really funny? There's gonna be a point where it's like Timothee Chalamet is gonna date Leo's ex-girlfriend because Leo's like, she's too old for me.
Yeah.
He's older.
He's gonna get the second, the sloppy seconds, of Leo.
Well, he was in Don't Look Up. So
don't look up, as Leo always says, as far as age is concerned. Boom.
Oh, that's good.
That was real bad takes. Bye, guys.